What I'm about to share with you will change how you understand the most dangerous crisis happening right now. While mainstream media focuses on daily casualty reports, defense experts are warning about something far more serious. According to multiple intelligence agencies, we may be witnessing the beginning of a nuclear crisis that could reshape global politics forever. 3 major news outlets reported this week that Iran has significantly advanced their nuclear capabilities. Reuters confirmed that Iran has enriched uranium to levels that concern international observers. But here's what most people don't understand about this situation, and why defense analysts are calling it unprecedented. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what's happening with Iran's nuclear program, why this situation is different from previous Middle East conflicts, and what international experts believe could happen next. But first, let me ask you this. Did you know that according to the UN's nuclear watchdog, there have been concerning developments at Iranian nuclear facilities that weren't reported in most news coverage? Here's what Reuters, BBC, and Associated Press have confirmed about Iran's nuclear program that explains why this crisis has defense experts so concerned. According to the International Atomic Energy Agency's latest report, Iran has been enriching uranium to higher levels than previously disclosed. The IAEA, which monitors nuclear programs worldwide, stated that Iran has reached enrichment levels that significantly reduce the time needed for weapons development. But uranium enrichment is only part of the equation. According to defense analysts interviewed by major news outlets, Iran has also been developing what experts call weaponization capabilities. The Wall Street Journal reported that Western intelligence agencies believe Iran has made substantial progress in nuclear weapons design over the past year. This means, according to these reports, that Iran now possesses both key components that nuclear experts say are necessary for weapons development: highly enriched uranium and advanced technical knowledge. Multiple defense analysts quoted in recent news reports suggest that Iran could potentially develop nuclear capabilities much faster than previously estimated. But here's what changed everything according to international observers. Following recent military strikes on Iranian facilities, Iran's supreme leader made statements that nuclear policy experts describe as a significant shift. For decades, Iranian officials maintained that nuclear weapons were against their religious principles. Recent statements suggest this position may be evolving. This policy shift isn't just symbolic according to Middle East experts. It represents what foreign policy analysts call a fundamental change in Iran's nuclear doctrine. And according to reports from Washington, this is why the current U.S. administration has issued what diplomats describe as the most serious ultimatum to Iran in decades. To understand why international observers are so concerned, you need to know about what military analysts call the broader strategic picture. According to defense experts interviewed by major publications, the recent military operations weren't just tactical strikes. The Times of London reported that these operations targeted some of Iran's most advanced nuclear infrastructure. Israel's stated goal, according to their official statements, was to significantly delay Iran's nuclear timeline. Israeli officials claimed their operations would set back Iran's program by several years. But according to Middle East experts quoted in international media, this calculation may have been incorrect. Instead of slowing down their nuclear activities, multiple news sources report that Iran has actually accelerated certain aspects of their program. The Financial Times reported that Iran began what they call an expedited nuclear development initiative immediately following the strikes. But Iran's nuclear program doesn't operate in isolation, according to geopolitical analysts. The Guardian reported that Iran has formal defense agreements with Russia and China that could complicate any military response. These agreements, according to international relations experts, include provisions for mutual defense under certain circumstances. Reuters confirmed that Russia has been providing Iran with advanced defensive systems. Multiple news outlets have reported Chinese naval presence in the Persian Gulf. According to defense analysts, North Korea has also increased cooperation with Iran in recent months. Foreign policy experts warn that this isn't just a regional conflict anymore, but involves major global powers. And according to nuclear proliferation experts, this brings us to what they call the most dangerous aspect of this crisis: the potential for nuclear technology to spread to other countries in the region. What I'm about to explain shows why nuclear policy experts believe this crisis could have consequences far beyond Iran and Israel. Because according to proliferation specialists, Iran's nuclear advancement isn't just about one country developing these capabilities. Here's what concerns nuclear experts most, according to recent academic studies and policy papers. The Carnegie Endowment for International Peace published analysis suggesting that Iran's nuclear progress could trigger what researchers call a regional nuclear arms race. According to this research, if Iran successfully develops nuclear weapons, it would likely prompt other Middle Eastern countries to pursue similar capabilities. Saudi officials have already made public statements suggesting they would consider nuclear options if Iran develops weapons. Turkish officials have made similar comments, according to international media reports. The Brookings Institution published analysis suggesting that within a decade, the Middle East could see multiple countries with nuclear capabilities. According to their research, some of these countries have connections to non-state actors that could complicate global security. But there's an even more immediate concern, according to current reporting. The Associated Press confirmed that Iran has threatened to close the Strait of Hormuz if military operations against them escalate. According to energy analysts, this waterway handles approximately 20% of global oil shipments. Economic experts quoted by Bloomberg suggest that closing this strait could triple oil prices within days. According to their analysis, this wouldn't just be an economic disruption, but could trigger a global recession. Financial analysts warn that Iran understands this economic leverage and may use it strategically. This is why, according to diplomatic sources quoted in major newspapers, the current U.S. administration has issued what they describe as a final diplomatic opportunity. Multiple news outlets report that Iran has been given a specific time frame to respond to international demands regarding their nuclear program. According to foreign policy experts, this ultimatum essentially gives Iran two options: agree to comprehensive nuclear restrictions or face what Pentagon officials describe as significant military consequences. Diplomatic sources suggest there's little room for compromise in this timeline. So what do experts believe will happen next? Based on analysis from major think tanks and interviews with former government officials, there are several possible scenarios that international observers are monitoring. The first scenario, according to diplomatic analysts, involves Iran agreeing to international demands. The Council on Foreign Relations published analysis suggesting this outcome has relatively low probability. According to their assessment, Iran's leadership views backing down as politically unacceptable. The second scenario involves what defense experts call limited military escalation. According to this analysis, Iran might use some of their advanced capabilities against military targets, prompting a measured response. Multiple defense analysts suggest this could remain contained if both sides recognize the risks of further escalation. The third scenario is what international security experts describe as comprehensive regional conflict. According to worst-case analysis from major think tanks, this could involve Iran's allies and potentially draw in global powers. The Rand Corporation has published research suggesting this scenario could have worldwide economic and security implications. Think about what these experts are telling us. According to their analysis, there's a significant possibility that current events could reshape global politics and economics for decades. But even if the most serious scenarios don't occur, according to economic analysts, this crisis is already affecting your daily life. Energy prices have increased substantially since this crisis began. According to market analysts, food costs are rising because of supply chain concerns. If this situation continues, economists predict potential recession conditions that could last for years. According to their models, direct military involvement by major powers could disrupt international trade systems that affect everything from fuel prices to grocery costs. So what should you watch for, according to experts? Based on analysis from international observers and former government officials, here are the key indicators they're monitoring. First, according to nuclear experts, watch for reports about Iranian nuclear facilities. If Iran is serious about rapid nuclear development, satellite imagery analysts say you'll see increased activity at key locations. Multiple news outlets have the capability to report on these developments as they occur. Second, according to defense analysts, monitor military movements by major powers. If Russia or China begin significant military repositioning, international observers say this could indicate preparation for escalation. Third, according to diplomatic sources, pay attention to official statements from Washington. Former government officials suggest that specific language changes often precede major policy shifts. And according to emergency preparedness experts, here's what you can do regardless of how this situation develops. Security analysts recommend having basic emergency supplies available. This isn't about predicting specific outcomes, but about being prepared for potential supply chain disruptions that could affect anyone. This represents what international experts are calling the most significant nuclear crisis in decades, and I'll continue following every development that major news outlets report. Subscribe to stay informed about analysis you won't get from mainstream coverage, and make sure to hit the notification bell for updates on this developing situation. In the comments below, tell me what you think about these expert assessments. Do you believe diplomatic solutions are still possible? Or do you think we're heading toward the military scenarios that defense analysts have outlined? Share this video with others who need to understand what international experts are really saying about this crisis. The next video I'm planning will analyze the economic implications that financial experts are predicting, including specific impacts on energy and food prices that could affect everyone. According to economic analysts, these effects are already beginning and could accelerate rapidly. Stay informed about what experts are actually saying, not just what makes headlines. In situations like this, understanding expert analysis isn't just about staying informed. According to crisis management specialists, it's about making better decisions for you and your family.